bone. Just but a scratch. Is that all you've got?
insult.
My arm has never failed me. I've had worse. I've had worse. Tis just a flesh wound.
so tired.
Talking to myself again. I guess it's one of those days.
Could use a bit more rain.
You notice a strange commotion. The Red Priests are here, demanding access to the vault beneath the statue in their search for people infected with the Red Death. Their request is met with a refusal from a man named Murig. His haggard appearance doesn't exactly exude authority, yet for unknown reasons, he has the support of Camelot's legate, Denholm. As you focus on the men here, their voices fade into the background, becoming nothing more than distant noise. Then the men here, it reacts to you. You lose consciousness for a moment, and when you come to, all eyes are on you. Murig steps forward, declaring that your presence changes everything. He asks you to meet him in his cottage. Your arrival seems to have ignited a spark of hope, a chance to revive the dying men here.
If only these arrows were as sharp as my wit.
Why is everything always such a...
Welcome! I haven't seen you around before. But since you decided to visit, I can tell that you have excellent taste. One day a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, "You have excellent taste." She was tickled pink and said, "Oh, do you really think so?" And I said, "Absolutely. After all, you came to me for advice." Now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you're in need of a bow or some arrows, I'm here to explain everything and offer you some advice. No, good advice is always handy, especially when it comes from someone experienced. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert, I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do. Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Cuanacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple, and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim, and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, "Have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us." If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the watch, got married, and, well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now. Gossip is for women and innkeepers. You should see Morag for that. She's both. She's a good one. About 3 years ago, I helped her fix her roof because her husband had died and there was no one else to do it. She still mentions it. "Osmond, you fixed that roof better than any roofer could." She tells me that every time she sees me. Don't be afraid to ask me a question. Leaving already? Goodbye. Visit me sometime. Had a boat.
Damn skeleton statue with too many arms. It's astounding how seemingly grown people treat it like the center of the universe. Yes? How can I help you? Feel free to take a look at my assortment of wares. All crafted using scientific methods and completely free of magic. Oh, I'm just venting my frustration over the disproportionate amount of attention the Mania receives compared to its actual value. It fascinates me that people are almost willing to kill each other to defend a giant energy transmitter of unknown origin with potentially dangerous long-term effects. If Camelot and Cuanacht had dedicated as many resources to finding a safe, scientific way to protect us from the weirdness as they do arguing over a magic stone, we might have already found a solution. But now, it might be too late.
Yeah, every day is the same. All that yapping around the men here must be giving Cuanacht a terrible first impression. Honestly, I'm almost relieved we're being forced to leave. I can't see any business bouncing back after all this commotion. But where are my manners? I'm Alwyn. And you, my dear stranger, look like you're in dire need of resupplying. If you're looking for solid, affordable gear, you've come to the right place.
Oh, the argument over the men here seems endless. Some people must be very bored to spend their lives on that. And there are so many more interesting things to do, right? You know what I mean. It's obvious you travel. You must have visited dangerous places and searched for treasures. I'm Bonksy, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets to sell from my last expedition. Want to take a look?
Open up, Fergus. I know you're in there.
Get lost! You've taken everything from me. I won't give you anything else.
Stop whining and open up. We've got to talk. I've had enough of this lunatic. Keep an eye on him in case he gets out. I need a rest. What do you want? Then go be curious somewhere else. We have our orders.
Open up, Furkit!
Not a chance!
No, you could not, because it isn't your job. But if you really must know, yesterday one of our warehouses caught fire because of one of Furkit's inventions. Venom ordered us to investigate, but how are we supposed to do that if we can't question the suspect? Come on, Furkit! I don't have all day!
I don't care! Leave me alone!
I don't know you either. Why should I trust you with such a delicate task? Forget it. Unless Denham says otherwise, we'll keep at it until he relents.
Furkit!
Get lost!
Plans are nothing. Planning is everything. Isn't it obvious? For the safety of all the residents of Avalon, only by gathering the Menhirs in one place and reigniting them will we be able to keep ourselves safe from the wordness. Avalon's population has significantly declined over recent years. We're on the brink of extinction, damn it. That's why we need to stick together, to take care of each other. Only Camelot possesses the necessary infrastructure to establish the right conditions for its people. If they remain here, they will die, either from the wordness itself, or from the horde of monsters it spawns. And there aren't enough soldiers here for their protection. You must know that I didn't come here just to obey orders. I truly believe that this is the only way to save everyone on Avalon. Then, at the very least, we'll have bought some time for those wiser than us to think of an alternative solution. Perhaps we will invade Tuathan, like in the glorious old days. Or perhaps someone will find a way to free the derelict fleet, allowing us to return to the homelands. I don't know. But there's one thing I'm certain of, and I'll repeat it as often as necessary. Only by standing together can we overcome the wordness. Scattering our people across the island is the worst solution, and it's a sure path to our ruin. Murig, who apparently prefers to be called Maggot, is a druid, even though he may not look the part. And druids are the only ones who knows the rituals necessary to ignite the Menhirs. Due to bad luck, or more accurately, the decisions of my superiors, our options for druids are limited. That's why I'm forced to work with Murig, and, prophet be my witness, neither of us is happy about that. I'm no fool. I know that what happened in front of Menhir might make Murig consider double-crossing us. He'll try to find a way to reignite the Menhir, so that it could stay in Cuanacht, despite our agreement. So, if he ever asks you to fetch something for his ritual, make sure you come to me first. How would I know? That's what the priests are for. Go ask them. It's been years since I last saw someone infected. Although I have to admit that their fear-mongering about the Red Death has been useful. Thanks to the priests, the people here have become much more inclined to go to Camelot with us. Is there anything else you need from me? Yes, on my orders. Furkit needs to give me an explanation for a very unfortunate accident in which innocent soldiers were hurt. One of our warehouses burned down. The one where we kept all of Furkit's inventions. My men suspect sabotage, which isn't exactly unheard of around here. I do have my doubts, though. They say Furkit is a madman, and madmen tend to be poor planners. Trust me, I know all about it. He's a local inventor, and as far as I know, he doesn't have the best reputation in Cuanacht, at the moment at least. There was a time when he was quite useful. He invented various machines for more efficient farming and other practical applications. But now he's apparently fixated on the wordness. And he doesn't want to talk about anything else. People are afraid of him. Since you're already here, I might have a task for you. Furkit refuses to talk to my men, and the locals don't trust him. There's a slim chance that anyone would be willing to mediate the matter. But you, he doesn't know you. Perhaps he'll be more open with a stranger and confess the truth. So, are you interested? You can ask him if he set fire to our warehouse on purpose. You could also try to bring him in voluntarily, though knowing Furkit, that's unlikely. Do whatever you think is best. I just want to find out who is responsible for this accident and make an informed decision based on that. Here are the orders. Show them to the boys by the gate, and they'll let you in to see Furkit. As soon as you find out what... Stay vigilant. Who told you that? The Dalrita? I've never paid a single gold coin to the Dalrita for deserters, not even once in my life. But, since we're talking about deserters, some of my men do appear to be missing. Among them is Emery, my trusted adjutant. Right now, I consider him missing in action, since Emery is not the type to defect. If you could find him, or whatever's left of him, I'd be very grateful for a report. I'd be grateful. Emery is not only an experienced soldier, but he's also devoted to Camelot and very pious. His disappearance is really hitting morale hard. So, if you can handle the deserters, you can be sure I'll reward you. You see, it's hard to keep the men's morale up in these uncertain times. It's really no wonder that every once in a while, some of them try to desert. Still, this is the military. Desertion is unacceptable, and will always be punishable by death. Camelot especially insists on nipping the problem in the bud. Anything else? I'll await your return. I'll await your return. Every decision weighs heavily on the scales of fate.
All this nonsense around here, it's enough to drive a person mad.
Why is everything always such a hassle? The seal looks good. Orders are orders. I'm glad Firkit's your problem now instead of ours. Ha! Let's move out, boys.
Perhaps if I replace this... I'm not talking to those thieves. Get lost. I think it's quite obvious, isn't it? They're harassing an honest inventor. First, they stole my entire life's work, and now they show up with grievances. I'm not giving them anything, and I'm not letting anyone in either. Oh, aye, it did. And no surprise there. They've only got themselves to blame. They barged in here and grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down. No, actually, they even prized loose the things that were nailed down and took them too. Do you know what this device is? It's a pyrolusite stabilizer. And they took all the pyrolusite, but left the stabilizer behind. No wonder it blew up. Yes, pyrolusite, my most prized invention. I've spent half my life working on it. And what did they do? Well, they just took it away. And now they're surprised that it blew up. Well, pyrolusite is a wondrous substance. It can create fire anywhere you are. All you need is a drop of pyrolusite, add a little spit, and there you have it. Oh, it also amplifies the power of weird fires. Isn't that marvelous? So, tell me, don't you think it's marvelous? Exactly. But all great inventions need painstaking preparation. It takes years of experimentation to make them safe for use. As you can see, my pyrolusite isn't stable yet. That's why the stabilizer is essential. Without it, it's still a dangerous substance. Well, I was pretty agitated at the time. Exactly. It's their own fault. All I want to do is keep living my life and to keep creating. They should just return what they stole. Then they won't have to worry about their safety. You would do that for me? A stranger in Cuanacht and not even from Camelot? Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you for acting as our intermediary. I think we could all use an impartial perspective on this entire tragic situation. Goodbye. It was nice talking to someone normal for once. Remember, every end is just a new beginning, especially in my work. Perhaps if I replace...
If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Speak up or ship out. I've got things to sort. Well, are you standing there for a reason, or is the scenery here all that captivating? So the job's done. And here I was, ready to send out a search party. You're full of surprises, which is more than I can say for most around here. Pleasant is for feasts and fair days, neither of which you'll find here. I'm here to keep us supplied and alive, not to make friends. If you need coddling, you've come to the wrong place. Jobs. Check the notice board outside. There's always something that needs doing, and I don't have time to spell it all out. Can you read? Can you lift more than a feather? Then there's work for you.
Nonsense around here.
The commander's mind must be... than his sword. What's happening with Firkit? Is he going to surrender? Or do I need to use force? That's a serious accusation. Still, I suspected you might say something like that. I'll be honest with you. Firkit is neither trusted nor well regarded among my soldiers, especially after the accident which, as you claim, they brought upon themselves. Fine. Firkit will stay in Cuanacht, and his inventions will be returned. However, make sure that he takes proper care of them, so they no longer pose a threat to anyone. Here. This is for your excellently conducted investigation. Tell Firkit of my decision. Let him make the necessary preparations. Until next time. Plans are nothing.
They call it chaos. Oh, so does this mean Camelot still has a working brain among its ranks? Incredible. Very well. A deal is a deal. I'll begin production of weird candles, and you've done well. In return, I'll offer you a discount on my products and allow you to use my house. Feel free to cook and sleep there whenever you like. I rarely indulge in those distractions. But remember, never, ever interrupt my work. Leave with ideas. Return when they mature. Order and method.
See that coming?
Greetings, stranger. May the word bless your day. Is there something you need? A warm meal? A place to rest? Or perhaps you're in need of a weapon to bolster your courage as you travel through these dark and troubled lands? I haven't gathered much, but you might find something useful here. At the end of his papacy, the 18th Pope of the Red Church issued the Papal Bull of Calling. It's truly a sacred scripture. I often find myself going back to it, as the word therein moves me deeply. Out of all the verses, these are the ones that resonate with me most. May all those called by the word never be forsaken by it. If your way of the word leads you through thorns and whips, embrace it and become an inquisitor of penance. If your way of the word is that of the sword, blood and fire, shed the blood, fuel the fires, and become an inquisitor of pain. I have been called, so here I am, and this is my truth. Unless my interpretation of the Papal Bull of Calling is wrong, then yes, that's an apt description of what I do. Therefore, if it's words of comfort you're seeking, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong person. I don't perform priestly duties. Certainly, here's what I have.
made a big mistake.
It's nice to have a break.
All the nonsense around here. Enough to drive a person mad.
Welcome, traveler. If it's a quick coin or a small quest you seek, then you found the right man. Askel's the name. And I'm the one who pay up for bandit heads, deserter scalps, and any other nasty artifacts you might bring back from your adventures. And if you're looking for well-paid work, check the bounties I'm posting on the notice board. Yes? Well, well. Kestrel the Piercer. We've been after her for a long time, and many of our soldiers fell to her arrows. She believed she was dispensing justice to the wicked, though her favorite crime to punish seemed to be simply having a few coins in one's purse. Well, I won't miss her. I recognize these remains. That's Thorn the Bloodhound, a complete madman. If you have his sword with you, be careful. It grants strength to the wielder, but at the cost of their blood. There are stories that Thorn got it from a demon he made a pact with. We'll probably never know. Well, I'll be damned. Nivera, known as the Chillheart. She earned that nickname because her blade supposedly freezes the blood of her opponents. It certainly leaves marks like frostbite. Nivera is said to be a Dalrita from the Forlorn Swords. They say she was too cruel even for her own tribe and was exiled. If you ask me, she should have stayed there. But she won't be causing trouble anymore. Here's your reward. You managed to defeat Sindamar the Firebringer. Congratulations. Long ago, when Sindamar wasn't Sindamar and wasn't bringing anything, he was just a common townsman, deeply devoted to the All Mother. At least, that's what everyone thought. Secretly, he was studying forbidden fire-summoning magic. Eventually, he stopped hiding it. You can imagine the havoc. Personally, I'd take 100 Furkits over one Sindamar any day. It's a good thing you managed to stop him.
Excellent. Here's your gold.
Yes, actually. Besides the bounties listed on the notice board, there is one other matter where I could use your help. I need someone to investigate an old mine. The workers haven't reported in a while, and the rest of the men are tied up with more pressing orders. If you ask me, the mine was depleted, and the workers probably just left. This happens quite often. However, I'm concerned about the lack of communication. Even if the mining was finished, they should have reported back to me. The job is yours if you want it. You will, of course, be well rewarded. Thank you. It's good to have someone like you at hand. The job gets done and I don't lose men. Both of us benefit from this arrangement.
Make sure you're back with stories worth my time. Self again. I guess it's nuisance around here.
O All-Mother, keeper of day and night, shelter us in your embrace. Oh, I hope I'm not bothering you. My family, my daughter, her husband, and my grandson, we all used to live in this house together. Now, I don't even know whether they're still inside. Yes, that's why I pray they aren't in there. Oh, but that's dangerous. You've got so much life ahead of you. Do you really want to risk it for an old woman you don't even know? Not only could you get sick, but if the Reds catch you, they'll hang you. Really? The All-Mother must have truly blessed you. All right. Thank you. Just be careful that the Red Priests don't catch you. Thank you. You're a good person. Now I'll pray to the All-Mother for my family to return safely, and for you too.
Release me. Where are the others? My name is Zay. They brought us here from Burrow to work in Cuanacht. Me and other workers. These crystals, they told us their calling. And it's true. Working here was pure bliss. But then, the monsters woke up and the monsters, they were here. They kept attacking, but then stopped. I think they decided I'm one of them now. You could try to release me. Forget about this place. Make sure no one else comes here. It's cursed. We are cursed. Release me. Please. It's what I want. This place. These crystals. They are souls. I hear them all. Whispering stories. This is a graveyard for those who fought in a great battle. Not from our time. I don't want to join them. No, please. Soon I will merge with the crystal. I shall want to. I know you're here. Thank you.
Yes? Have you found out why there wasn't a report? Well, I can't exactly lay all my cards on the table for a mercenary, can I? Trust me, if I wasn't sure of your skills, I wouldn't have sent you there. It's true. The crystal we mine there is extremely valuable. It can relieve a combatant's fatigue, revive the morale of terrified soldiers, and aid in interrogating suspects. Our scholars are convinced that it will also help us in calming the public's fears about the looming weirdness. The power of those crystals is invaluable. That's why it was so important to discover what happened there. So, what's your report? You're not getting anything extra. Ah, so mining the crystal released the monsters that killed our men. It makes sense, in a way. This is also proof of their effectiveness. If the crystals can calm monsters, I suppose it's safe to say that people would be even more susceptible. Yes?
You're set? Then move out. Talking to myself again. I guess it's one of those days.
Every decision